Oh, did they? Can you pick up police on yours? See, ours is garbled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you use?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I just get on my phone and go to radio reference.
Oh, okay.
It's broadcastify.
Okay.
Most of the time, until they switch to a cat channel, they can
Folks, if you're just joining us, this is Dustin Kleeman from Q2. I want to let you know, first of foremost, this is not an active shooter situation. I just got off the phone with Chief Rich St. John. He said this has never been an active shooter situation. This started at around 3 this morning, is when the guy barreled into the Big Bear Sports Center with his car. We're told that they haven't been able to identify the suspect yet. They're negotiating with him right now. You can't hear the bullhorn. We want to give you a little bit of information beyond this. So it began at 3 o'clock this morning. He was at the Walmart across the street from King here, as you can see where we are right now. This is the Home Depot. You cannot turn off this way. I just want to remind you that this area has been blocked off. Please do not try to get around here. But he was at Walmart. He was in the Walmart area. They ran him off. And that's when he came over this way, barreled through, which the chief says presumably was to burglarize the Big Bear Sports Center and grab guns. Police arrived on scene. We were told about 4:30 a.m. after he barricaded himself inside. That's when shots were exchanged between both the police as well as the suspect. He is armed with a high caliber rifle. They know that there has been more shots fired inside the building. That's why you see the three, and we can zoom in a little bit, you can see the four different city dump trucks, because he was firing at officers. He did strike the Bearcat that the police used for negotiating with suspects. If you're just joining us again, this is a situation that they have been working on for many hours this morning. It didn't just happen just a few hours ago. This was brewing since the sun even came up. Very snowy out here, road conditions poor. I'll give you a quick update on the weather too if you want. So maybe it's best not to be driving today because the roads are still pretty sloppy. We just want to remind you that so far nobody's been injured. This is not an active shooter situation. It has never been an active shooter situation. The chief, if you've heard otherwise, that is incorrect. The chief wants to make sure that that is clear. There was no intent to. This happened all before anybody arrived to Big Bear. So there have been no injuries, which is fortunately it's a good thing. Police presence are still on scene. It's unknown how long this can go if you think about it. A lot of guns in that store. They're negotiating with the suspect. They're on the bullhorn. We can't quite make out from this distance. We're probably about 200, 300 yards away. We can't hear what they're saying. Bomb squad is on scene. Police have been walking around the front entrance in a full tactical gear. Again, the situation hasn't been resolved, but it's been going on for at least 4 to 5 hours. Stay with us. We're going to have updates as soon as possible. Again, we don't know what the suspect's intent was. Police are presuming that he wanted to steal some weapons and attempted to this morning, but was met by police before he could get out. He drove his vehicle through the front door. I don't know what vehicle it is. They haven't been able to. One question I didn't ask. I know, right? The reporter that didn't ask the question. But there's a huge gaping hole in front of the Big Bear Sports Center. Spoke with a few business owners that are over by Jason's here. They are closed down until further notice. PetSmart is also closed. It looks like Home Depot will be open. Again, no, and I want to make it clear, there's a difference between active shooters. I think the definition of people, what they're saying, an active shooter situation is usually when someone is firing indiscriminately at people. That this is just a suspect who was firing shots at police. Granted, it's a very dangerous situation, but this isn't a situation where people were in the store at the time and he began firing on civilians. I just want to make that clear. The chief made that clear, and he wants to reiterate that that is not the case. Again, if you could just stay tuned with us, KTVQ.com. We're going to have the very latest for you. I've been in contact with Chief St. John. If you're just joining us, a suspect is inside. They haven't identified him. He has holed himself up in the Big Bear Sports Center. They are negotiating with him. Shots have been fired between police and the suspect. It all occurred around 3 this morning, and the shots were fired around 4:30 this morning. So this has been ongoing for quite a while. It is not over. Yeah, it is not over. This is still ongoing situation. Shots have not been fired. A flashbang was used earlier to contain the situation. I'm not sure how they used that to contain the situation, but Chief did explain that further. Please stay away from the area. Just want to make sure that everybody. This is a tense situation. Police aren't just milling around. They are being tactical with how they're moving. They're behind barricades. They're trying to ensure their safety as best as possible. We wish them the absolute best in this. Again, no one has been injured, which is great news. But the fact remains that this is still a situation that is ongoing. Negotiating with police and the suspect. We will give you any further updates, but just want to make sure you don't be too alarmed here. No injuries have been from the situation, which again is just fantastic to hear. Police are doing their best to make sure that it comes to a peaceful resolution. Again, if you're just joining this all began overnight, early hours of this morning. The store was not open. No people inside. We're going to give you the latest, KTVQ.com, folks. We'll be back soon.